hopefully you fasten your seatbelts for the next 2 hours.
Right.
That's nonsense, Clint. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry.
I don't care what you buy.
That's
just
nonsense.
My feeling.
You're not just buying a racetrack. You're buying a piece of American racing history right there. I mean, that's huge. The history behind the track, just mind-boggling.
You hear a lot of rumors in the rumor mill. I'll just keep tuning in to you guys to hear the truth when it comes down to it. So
don't do that. I've already had one dose of tin hat syndrome today. I don't need a second one.
Stuart Friesen said to Brett, he says, "Why don't you bring us to more places like this?" And Brett goes, "There isn't any other place like this."
Race fans, it's time to throw it up on the cushion and get dirty. Coming to you live from the Finger Lakes and Southern Tier, it's time for Turn 5 Live. Now, your hosts of Turn 5 Live, Steve Ovens, Clint Miller, and Brad Ovens.
Oh, welcome aboard, race fans. Welcome to this week's episode of Turn 5 Live here on the Performance Motorsports Network, Tuesday, September 6th, 2016. Locked and loaded, ready to drop the hammer on this week's episode of Turn 5 Live. To my right, as always, my compadre, let's see, what other names can we come up for you, Clint? Don't call him late for dinner.
That's right.
He is a C-shift warrior. What else do we got there?
Mechanic, driver.
Yeah, there you go.
Whatever.
Now we got him covered. Clint Miller joining me on the program tonight. Brad Ovens will be joining us in a little bit. Clint, championships wrapped up. They've all been decided, and I'll say this to start tonight. What a weekend of racing. There were some championships that were already decided, others that weren't decided until Friday and Saturday night. And boy, the ones that weren't decided yet, exciting battles on both nights. Just an awesome weekend on the dirt.
Well, you like to have your, in the perfect world, you want to have the last night of the year come down to something to race for. Obviously everybody's going to race to win, but if you're racing to the racetrack all year long, week in, week out, you're there to make it, to make a run for a championship. So it's good that it's that way.
Something that I thought was interesting Friday night at Outlaw Speedway was the fact that everybody that came in leading the points ended up winning their titles. I thought that was interesting that, each of those people that were close did exactly what they had to do. And for some, they even exceeded what they had to do in order to lock up the title. Saturday night, just some great battles back and forth at Woodhull Raceway. But let's start off with what we got to take in last night at the Weedsport Speedway. Clint, I know you were kind of tuning in from afar. Mm-hmm. Matt Shepard. What else do I have to say? Super Matt, 8th Super Dirt Car Series win of the season. Got by the doctor in lap traffic, and it was an incredible battle for the lead in lap traffic. The Shepard fans were on their feet. The doctor's fans were on their feet. Back and forth. But what can you say about this Matt Shepard guy?
You can't. I mean, he goes from last week rolling the car at Canandaigua.
Destroyed it.
Right. You're absolutely right. Understatement is wrecking. But gets a new car from McNell on Tuesday. Wins a Super Dirt race on Thursday. Wins at Canandaigua Saturday to lock the championship up. I witnessed him winning at Utica Rome on Sunday, and then wins at Weedsport. I mean, there's nobody in his class.
Well, that's a good segue, Clint. I don't know if you planned that or not, but that was a good segue. That's a good segue into our Turn 5 Live question of the night. Go over to the Turn 5 Live Facebook page, facebook.com/Turn5Live. Take a look at our question of the night. And tonight's question is, after 4 in a row this weekend, has Matt Shepard taken a step ahead of Stuart Friesen? I mean, when you talk about big block modifieds races, big races, series races, thousands of dollars on the line, two of the names you think of right off the top of your head is Matt Shepard, Stuart Friesen. But with the weekend he had, our question is, did Matt Shepard take a step ahead of Friesen? Or do you think these two drivers are still on the same level? All three of us are going to go around the round table later on tonight and give our thoughts on that in our Hear Me Out segment. But that's the question of the night. Do you think Matt Shepard has taken a step ahead of Stuart Friesen with his recent success? 4 race wins in a row, $28,500 worth of winnings in the last 4 races. Clinched championships at 2 racetracks with 2 of those wins. Just an incredible, let's see, I believe it was 4 or 5 days, starting with the Mr. Dirt Track USA on Thursday night. But so Matt Shepard picked up the big win there. Last night at the port, coming home in second was Danny Johnson. And you know the thing that I thought was pretty incredible about Danny's finish, Clint, is they're out of big blocks right now. All they have is small block power. And you know what? Weed Sport was taking rubber. It was starting to slick up like we used to see. Gary Tompkins said it at the last Weed Sport race. They're finally getting the track back to the way Weed Sport used to be. So to me, that was like, okay, even though he's in a small block, he might be okay here. But the key to it, and Danny said it afterwards, Clint, once you break your rhythm, once you get out of rhythm in a small block, it takes you so long to get back into that rhythm, where the big block, Matt was able to just put the hammer down and put his car in places it needed to be and do it in short order. So that's kind of what that came down to last night. And again, what a battle in lap traffic. I would count probably 5 instances where Danny caught a break before Shepard was able to get by for the lead. And like, it was almost like, okay, does the cat have 9 lives tonight? Because every time Danny looked like he was in a bad spot and Shepard was going to get him, or at least get up alongside the challenge, Danny would hit the lap car at the perfect opportunity, and it'd be the worst opportunity for Shepard. And Danny would be able to scoot by and get a couple car lengths. But as they got down less than 20 to go, Shepard catches the lap car at just the right moment, and it was the worst moment for Danny. Broke his rhythm. Shepard gets by for the win. He would take the win over Johnson. Tim Fuller led the first about 20 laps of the 100-lapper last night. He would finish in the 3rd spot. Alan Johnson started in the 15th spot, made it all the way to 4th, and last night was an Alan Johnson kind of track, working the bottom, nice and easy on the gas, just dropping the hammer out of turn 2 and getting an incredible run down the back straightaway. He was entertaining to watch come from the back. Then you had Eric. I'm sorry, go ahead.
What's the saying that they always use with Alan?
Oh yeah. When the track gets slicker, Alan gets quicker.
That's right. And he finished 4th at every race that they raced this weekend. I think they had 4 races they went, and they finished 4th every night out.
Is that not incredible? With, a veteran racer like Alan on the shoestring budget that they're on. I mean, I'm not saying that they don't have, a couple supporters that are helping keep the effort going, but they don't have near the supporters that some of the top teams on the series do, Clint.
No, you're absolutely right. Maybe they are underfunded. It's hard to tell sometimes, but I think that, like you said, they're not up with the Matt Shepards. They're not up with the Billy Deckers and the Tim Fullers, and that they're definitely in a tier below them. But what they get out of their equipment is on a if you were to line them up as to who's doing better with what, Alan's definitely on a plane above a lot of those guys, getting out of his equipment what he gets.
No doubt about it. Eric Rudolph drew the pole. He finished in the 5th spot. 6 through 10 was Frank Cozy, who ran in the top 5 most of the night. Brett Hearn, really not a factor very much at all last night, finishing in the 7th spot. Robbie Bellinger was 8th. Larry White had a flat tire early and would come back to a 9th place finish. Peter Britton, who drew the 12th spot, got up to 10th before all was said and done. So that was the modified Labor Day 100 for the Super Dirt Car Series, Big Block Modifieds. Then the Empire Super Sprints. They actually started the show out last night with their 30-lap feature event. And Chuck Hebing, I'm here to tell you, I'm here to testify, Clint. Chuck Hebing absolutely stepped on the competition's throat last night. Took off from the lead, started on the front row, which always helps, certainly. But besides starting on the front row, they were turning 15-second laps last night, Clint. Chuck Hebing had an 11-second lead at the checkered flag.
Are you kidding me?
An 11-second lead. Chuck Hebing was coming out of turn 2, and the race for second was just entering turn 3. That's how dominant he was last night.
Wow.
Hebing got the win. Mark Smith got second. He was really needing a caution. Props to Billy Van Inwagen, driving for the Van Dusen 56 team. They finished 3rd. 4th was Jason Barney. 5th, Jeff Cook. 6 through 10 was Danny Varon. Mike Mahaney driving the 33 car. Coleman Gulick was 8th. Brian Howland 9th. And Paulie Colagiovanni finished in the 10th spot. So that is the action from the Weedsport Speedway. What a race out there last night. Thank you to Shannon and Jimmy Phelps and the entire crew out there at the port for having us out there to cover the event and talk about it here tonight. We certainly appreciate that. We're going to step aside here, Clint. When we come back, it's time to dive into all these winners and championships. We have blow out the budget coverage from championship weekend at Outlaw Speedway and Woodhull Raceway. Coming up next here on Turn 5 Live on the Performance Motorsports Network, the voice of motorsports.
We're growing like crazy and need account reps who know their way around agencies, the internet, and social media. Got connections? Or do you know how to get to the decision makers? Are you fearless? We need you. Internet radio, or as we call it, wireless mobile radio, is rapidly becoming the place to be with almost limitless income potential. So contact us to get involved with the fastest growing professionally produced group of internet radio stations in the world. Your imagination is the only limit here. Call 717-749-0444. That's 717-749-0444. Or you can email us at scorpionradiogroup@gmail.com. You want to ask for Sue.
Okay, so Sarah, I'm dropping you off at Emily's?
Yep.
And Josh, you're going to?
Soccer, Dad. Soccer practice.
Right. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know when I pick you both up, I'll be wearing my short shorts.
What? No!
Yep, and my dorky dad hat, and I'm gonna do my dad dance for all your friends. They'll love it!
Seriously? Why?
Because I like my short shorts. Of course, I could be talked out of it if you guys would just buckle up your seatbelts without giving me a hard time.
It's important to get your kids to buckle up for safety, no matter what it takes. And sometimes, all it takes is your parental powers of persuasion.
Okay, we're buckling up.
See, all buckled.
Good choice. I'll just have to do my dad dance at dinner time.
What?
No!
Do what you have to make sure your kids are wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
Creekside Entertainment is the official DJ, photo booth, and uplighting company of Turn 5 Live and the Performance Motorsports Network. Stuart Ovens and his staff at Creekside Entertainment are professional and experienced with events of any type. Creekside Entertainment specializes in wedding packages that are affordable and fun, and they are ready to serve you with the most up-to-date music and karaoke selection. If you can sing it in the shower, you can come out and sing it with Creekside Entertainment. And don't forget about the Creekside Entertainment photo booth and uplighting service that will transform your wedding or party into an event the family will be talking about for years. Trust the entertainment company that racers trust. Call Stu at area code 315-481-9700 or visit them online at creeksideentertainmentdj.com. You can also find them on Facebook and Twitter. Creekside Entertainment, division sponsor of the Black Rock Bandits in 2015.
Hi, race
fans, this is Kelly Hebing, and you're listening to Turn 5 Live on PMN.
Well, that's Kelly Hebing bringing us back from commercial break, and the Hebing crew, a real happy group last night as Chuck Hebing dominated to take the win on last night, Monday night, Labor Day. It was a Labor Day double play at the port, and boy, just put a whooping on him last night. No other way to say it other than that. So, welcome back to Turn 5. Yeah, go ahead, Clint.
Did Kelly race last night or not?
She did, and I do believe, I'm trying to remember back now, Clint, I believe everybody made the show last night. I could be wrong on that. There was 28 sprint cars, I believe. Brad, I'm having a little bit of a brain fart here. I think they started 24.
If I would have to bet, 24 is usually the cutoff for sprints because you got 22 will qualify in, and then you got 2 provisionals.
Gotcha. Well, that was she was there in competition, and I'm not sure if they had the 360 or the 305 in there, but I'm sure there was some 305 guys there last night, Clint, that with the track slicking off there, and maybe even Brad can chime in on that too. I think the 305 would have done okay.
I know they had the 360 in it Sunday night at Utica Rome, so I assume that it was still the 360 at Weeks.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. From standing down in the infield taking pictures, I would have to imagine just from the sound of the car. I'm pretty sure I agree with Clint. I think it was a 360.
All right. Brad, before we dive into the Outlaw stuff here, any passing thoughts from the Labor Day double play at the port?
Man, I'll tell you what, what's some great racing. I don't know if it's just the new configuration of that track or what it is, but standing in the infield watching the cars race on it last night, it almost seemed like the configuration is a little bit different in 3 and 4 as far as the corners go. I don't know if the corners are just a little bit narrower than they were before, or maybe I just haven't. Maybe it's just been that long since I've stood in the corner of 3 and 4 at Weedsport. But I'll tell you what just an awesome facility.
That's for sure. Moving on to the Outlaw Speedway Championship night results, was Suburban Propane night for their season-ending championship, and double points were on the line. Everybody was keeping an eye on the point races still to be decided, as there were twice as many points on the line. And for the 4-cylinders, they had a makeup feature and a double points race, so 3 times the amount of points were on the line. We'll talk to you a little bit later on in the program about how those 4-cylinders made out. But let's start off with the Premier Division, the Friendly Dodge and Ford Modified. It's 22 cars making the call on Friday night, and picking up his second win of the season, it was the Doctor. After a fierce battle with Corey Costa to get the lead, they battled for probably the first 20 to 22 laps of that event before Danny and Costa made some contact with each other. That ultimately ended up putting one of Costa's tires down, and he would have to drop out of the lead. And Danny would take the lead and race on to his second win of the season. Steve Payne only needed to finish 6th to win the championship. Well, he finished 2nd to lock up his 9th Outlaw Speedway championship. Tyler Seary was 3rd. Alan Johnson, 2nd place in points. He finished in the 4th spot. Justin Wright was 5th. 6 or 10, Marcus Dinkins, Eldon Payne, Jordan Seary, Derek Pozziadlo, and Jimmy LaRock. We've got audio with Danny Johnson from Outlaw Victory Lane. Let's hear what he had to say after picking up his 2nd Outlaw Speedway win. Well, he worked on Corey Costa all throughout the event here to get the lead. Took the lead on lap number 23.
Don't sit on the railing. It's your fault.
And for the 2nd time this season, Danny Johnson going to climb out of here, an Outlaw Speedway winner. Give it up for the Doctor. Tonight's Friendly Ford and Dodge Modified feature winner. Congratulations, Danny. Great race tonight. You and Corey Costa put on a great battle for the lead.
Yeah, it was tough racing out there. It's really enjoyable. I didn't think I was going to get him. He was running around a tough race, but he got in a little hard, and I was able to get underneath him there.
When you had the opportunity to get by and then you kind of had to back off a little bit, was that just trying to build up for one last run to try and get the lead?
It's just, trying different lines, and he was trying harder, and I was trying harder, and we were both trying harder, and it's just the way it went.
He slipped up just the one time, and that was all it took to get the lead. We've asked several drivers tonight about the new clay they're putting down. How was it from the driver's seat of the 27J?
Oh, it's excellent compared to how it started out at the beginning of the year. So each time it's getting better and better. So obviously it's got to tell by the racing.
Yeah. Hey, tell us about some of the folks that help you out. I know Chris, your son Danny, the whole crew do such a great job preparing this race car.
Yeah, we got to thank the guys from Shackleton and Napa for their support, and this I guess the engine's smoking, so it's going to go back to the engine shop, and it's a lot of hard work, a lot of time, and a lot of effort.
Well, folks, here he is, tonight's feature winner. Give it up for the doctor, Danny Johnson. So Danny Johnson picks up his second win of the season there at Outlaw Speedway, picking up the track championship, though. Now a 9-time Outlaw Speedway track champion, Steve Payne, driver of the 7X. We talked to him in Victory Lane as well after picking up the championship. He's going to climb up out of here, folks. How about it for Steve Payne, 9-time Outlaw Speedway track champion. Congratulations, Steve. Just needed a 6th place finish tonight. You got second, lock up another title here at Dundee.
Yeah, we were pretty good. We got a lot of breaks. We were always on the bottom except one time, and the car was real good again, and I just didn't want to break it or have a flat. You have a flat towards the end, and you're all done, and it's just nerve-wracking, but it'd be nice to win the race, but it's nice to win the points, and it's good money. And Tyler put up some good point fund this year, and we're glad to be here.
You talked about running the bottom throughout the event there, kind of getting some luck on your side to start on the bottom. They put some new clay down on the track. How did that bond, and what was it like from the driver's seat tonight?
It's pretty good. I mean, the last 3 weeks, the track keeps getting continually better, and I talked to Tyler quite a bit tonight. And, he's working hard at it, and he's getting the car counts back up. I mean, it was rough for a while, everybody knows that, but at least he's putting a big effort in and getting it better every week. So,
had so many wins here. You got 9 championships now, and you talked to us just a couple weeks ago here in Victory Lane about how much fun it still is here racing once you get through the gates.
Oh, it is. There's a lot going on here. It's a fast, slow racetrack, and they don't realize how much goes on out there in a big hurry compared to places like Canandaigua and Rolling Wheels. I mean, they're nice racetracks, but there's not near as much going on as there is here.
Well, man, congratulations on another championship. I know that must mean a lot to you and the team.
Yeah, thank you, and thank the crew, and thank all my sponsors and all the fans, and hopefully we'll come back a couple more times this year.
All right, folks, give it up for Steve Payne, your modified track champion for 2016. And Clint, do you think they were happy to see Steve Payne as the track champion? Can I just ask you that?
It sure did sound like it, didn't it?
I've not been announcing and doing the PR thing at racetracks nearly as long as other folks in the industry, but I got to tell you, for the history Steve has had with Dundee and that period of time that he wasn't allowed to race there, boy, if the fans wrap their arms around him now.
Yeah, it's like, there's only one person that didn't want Steve Payne at the racetrack. And I think it just goes to show you, with him coming back and his following, being his, Seneca Falls, not too far away. And, he's, maybe this isn't obviously his home track, Canandaigua is, but it's definitely a close second, and his fans coming out shows it.
Oh, that's for sure. So 9 championships for Steve Payne. As we move on to the Crate Sportsman division, you go from a guy who's won 9 track championships to a guy who won his first. And not only did he win his first track championship, he went out and got it by winning his first Crate Sportsman race on Friday night. What a story for Chris Fisher and the Fisher boys out of Penn Yan. Chris got his first win of the season, first career Crate Sportsman win on Friday. Lauren Lincoln finished in the second spot. Frank Guerry Jr. for the second week in a row finishes third. Brett Buno fourth. AJ Lloyd fifth. 6 through 10, Mike Buchanan, Rob Bussey, Doug Smith, John Austin, and Mike Jackson. Let's now go and hear from first-time winner, first-time track champion, Chris Fisher.
Well, folks, you can be happy climbing out of here. Give it up for your feature winner and your track champion. Give it up for Chris Fisher. Getting the congratulations from the boys here. Yes, sir. Hey, man, congratulations. First win here in the crate car at Outlaw, and boy, win the championship in style. Talk about it.
Yeah, that's talk about a turn of events tonight. After going into the wall, I didn't think much was going to come of the night, you know.
How much contact did you have with the wall?
I'm not really sure. It was enough to get my attention, I guess.
Yeah, well, you know, the funny thing with I'm sure it wasn't funny for you at the time, but man, there was a lot of action all around you tonight. You had to survive it all.
Oh, absolutely. It was a super fast track, a little bumpy, and you just had to negotiate it.
Talk about the last 2 seasons here. It's just racing luck. It doesn't seem like it's been on your side, but for the second half of this season, you guys really turned it on.
Yeah, the beginning part of this season, you know, I raced 4 weeks with a broken shoulder. Yeah, you know, I got in a bad wreck and broke the shoulder, and boy, it was a lot of pain to race, and we persevered, and here we are.
You got so many folks here that support you. Of course, you got your dad George here. And what's it mean to get the championship for you and for him?
Oh, it probably means a lot to both of us this year. We dumped a ton of money into this after that wreck. New motor, you know, you name it. We dumped some money this year.
Talk to us about the folks that help you out here. I'm sure we'll be drinking a lot of Bully Hill Vineyards tonight.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of help this year. Fisher Tree Service and Bully Hill Vineyards. Dave Guerry, CJ, all the Guerry gang, they help out a ton every week, help me into pets.
Congratulations, man. What's this first win mean?
It means a lot. I really didn't think I was just hoping to survive the night and get the championship and to pull a win out of this deal. I'm happier than hell.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Folks, give it up for Chris Fisher. First crate sportsman win, and he picks up the track championship tonight.
Clint, there was a lot of good stories on Friday night, but I think that had to been the feel-good story right there. Fisher got the wall trying to avoid an accident, got caught up in another melee, somehow comes back to win the race and win the championship. And with the season they had, wow.
Well, it sounded like I didn't get to stay for the sportsman feature Friday night, but you know, by the sounds of it, you know, the first priority was to stay out of trouble, and you know, and then the second priority was, you know, pick your way up to the front and beat the guys that you're supposed to beat.
Yeah. Well, we've got a lot more folks to talk about here. When we come back, we'll talk about the crate late models, the Farmers Insurance IMCA modifieds, and the Creekside Entertainment street stocks. So stick around. We got a lot more coming up for you tonight on Turn 5 Live on the Performance Motorsports Network, the voice of motorsports.
Max Dairy Bar is a proud supporter of Turn 5 Live and the Performance Motorsports Network. Opened in 1974, Max Dairy Bar has been a Penn Yan, Cayuga Lake, and Yates County staple, serving the best Hershey's hard ice cream. They also have soft serve ice cream, their weekly yogurt special, sorbet flavors, gluten-free options, frozen Greek yogurt, and non-dairy lemon ice. Don't forget about their tricky 18-hole putt-putt course that will test your skill to see if you have what it takes to be a champion. Max Dairy Bar and Mini Golf, located on State Route 14A, just south of the village of Penn Yan, right on the way to Black Rock Speedway on Friday nights. Visit them online at www.maxdairybar.com or Max Dairy Bar on Facebook and Twitter. Stop by Max Dairy Bar and tell them Turn 5 Live sent you.
We're growing like crazy and need account reps who know their way around agencies, the internet, and social media. Got connections? Or do you know how to get to the decision makers? Are you fearless? We need you. Internet radio, or as we call it, wireless mobile radio, is rapidly becoming the place to be with almost limitless income potential. So contact us to get involved with the fastest growing professionally produced group of internet radio stations in the world. Your imagination is the only limit here. Call 717-749-0444. That's 717-749-0444. Or you can email us at scorpionradiogroup@gmail.com. You want to ask for Sue.
Creekside Entertainment is the official DJ, photo booth, and uplighting company of Turn 5 Live and the Performance Motorsports Network. Stuart Ovens and his staff at Creekside Entertainment are professional and experienced with events of any type. Creekside Entertainment specializes in wedding packages that are affordable and fun, and they are ready to serve you with the most up-to-date music and karaoke selection. If you can sing it in the shower, you can come out and sing it with Creekside Entertainment. And don't forget about the Creekside Entertainment photo booth and uplighting service that will transform your wedding or party into an event the family will be talking about for years. Trust the entertainment company that racers trust. Call Stu at area code 315-481-9700 or visit them online at creeksideentertainmentdj.com. You can also find them on Facebook and Twitter. Creekside Entertainment, division sponsor of the Black Rock Bandits in 2015.
Hi, race fans. This is Nick Cooper, and you're listening to Turn 5 Live on PMN.
Welcome back, race fans, to Turn 5 Live here on the Performance Motorsports Network. Nick Cooper bringing us back from commercial break and diving right back into results and commentary from the Outlaw Speedway on Friday night. Their championship night, and one of the closest finishes of the night came in the crate late model division. They only had 5 cars on Friday night. 20 laps was the distance for the crate late models, and Jason Knowles picked up his 5th win of the season by less than a car length over Brian Knowles, who finished in the 2nd spot. And why that was important was because of this reason. Jason Knowles clinched the championship by winning the race. Had his brother Brian Knowles beat him to the line, Brian would have not only won the race, but he would have won the championship. And Brad, thank you. It was 15 laps. My apologies, not 20. But had Brian won the race, he would have won the championship. They would have been tied for points, but Brian would have won based on the first tiebreaker, which is most wins in the division. So a tough way to lose not only the race, but the championship for Brian on Friday night in a race that was shortened to 15 laps. TJ Downs finished in the 3rd spot. Adam Depew was 4th. Bob Buno rounded out the top 5. We talked to Jason Knowles in Victory Lane. Here's what he had to say about his 2016 season.
He takes the championship in style. Give it up for Jason Knowles. Tonight's crate late model feature winner. Well, Brian got right up alongside the quarter panel at the checkered flag. That was close.
Yeah, I was just trying to stay below the rough stuff there. Every time I moved up and got in the rough stuff, I'd frame out and the car would push. So I was just trying to stay in the bottom. I knew it was going to be hard for somebody else to roll through the rough stuff. So we just held our line, and I'm glad that we put on a show.
That you guys did. And, going into turn 3, he wasn't really even up alongside. Did you know how close he was? Did you have any idea?
You can hear them a little bit back there. It's not like a full-blown motor where they're a lot louder, but you always have that sixth sense that somebody's right there.
Now, you've had an interesting year. But you've had ups, you've had downs. Now we look back on it. We've got the track championship here. How do you look back on the season?
It's been exactly that. It's been a roller coaster ride. We've had the highs of highs and the lows of lows. We've had a destroyed race car a couple times. And then the crew fought real hard. We fought real hard and put it back together and just as fast as ever.
Who do you have to thank here?
First, I got to thank my crew, because if it wasn't for them guys, I wouldn't even be here tonight. My dad. And, it's just, there's just a lot of people. Mobile Tech Communications, Fox Shocks, got Town and Country Disposal, Close Racing Supply, Doug Rose Construction, KB Graphics, Hair Color Masters, Joe Wilcox, Automatic Transmission, Hartman Motorsports. There's just a bunch of people that help us out.
Congratulations on sealing the deal tonight.
Thank you.
Folks, give it up for Jason Knowles, your race winner tonight and 2016 Crate Late Model Track Champion.
So it was Jason Knowles on Friday night, locking down the win and the championship. We'll move on to the Farmers Insurance IMCA Modifieds. They had 11 cars in attendance on Friday night. Only 10 would take the green flag for the feature. And in the feature, it was Rich Karlnowski, old Dick in the Dirt, in that 55X, picked up his third win of the year. Scott Sebring finished off an incredible year for those guys. Got his first IMCA win this year, and a whole lot of top 5 and podium finishes for the 44 car. Scott finished in the second spot. Tony Harris, who was back with us at Outlaw on Friday night, finished in the third spot. Todd Stone fourth. Phil Yaw, a former track champion of the division, finished in the fifth spot. 6 through 10 was your 2016 track champion, Sean Bruce, who had to at least make sure he finished in front of Brandon Smith and Brad Smith. Well, he did that. He finished one spot ahead of Brandon Smith in the 7th spot. Sparky Hills 8th, Brad Smith 9th, Jeff Austin the top 10. We will now hear from not only your winner from the IMCA Modifieds on Friday, Rich Karlnowski, but then we go right into hearing from your track champion, Sean Bruce. So let's start it off here with Rich Karlnowski.
Rich Karlnowski, been a veteran here for a good number of years, been racing here a long, long time. Dick in the Dirt, as they call him. Picks up another feature win here tonight in the 55X. He's ready to climb up out of here, folks. How about a nice round of applause for Dick in the Dirt? Gets it done again here at the Outlaw Speedway.
Help you out.
He needs a boost.
Thank you.
Hey, man, always good to talk to you here in Victory Lane. What a race tonight between you and Sebring.
Yeah, that was fun. I threw everything but the kitchen sink at this old girl. By God, it worked. I think that clay helped, too.
I was just going to ask you about that. You've been racing here a long time. You know what you see and what you're doing out there. Talk to us a little bit about that.
The track you can't beat it. I'm telling you. I mean, it was slippery at first, but
right.
Once that track worked in, oh my God, there's bite. We're running down in the 17 seconds with these things, which is hard to believe,
And you guys were running so fast out front, you caught the back of the pack there toward the end of the event.
Yeah, that was fun. I'm telling you, the thing was hooked up. And that left front, remember I told you?
I did,
you start seeing that thing jump in the air, then you know I'm going to go forward. And that's exactly what it did.
Man, talk to us about all the folks that help you with the effort here on the 55 car.
Congratulations.
As he gets congratulations from Sean Bruce, our track champion. Tell us about the folks that help you out, man.
Well, of course, you got Mama there with Jesse's pet grooming. Paul Beach, of course, my son, the Polish engineering specialist over there. And Gertie's Small Dog Animal Rescue. If anybody would like to help rescue a dog or whatever, you get a hold of Gertie's over here and she'll hook you right up.
Congratulations, man. Always good to see you here in Victory Lane.
And I thank you so much.
Folks, give it up for Dick in the Dirt, Rich Karlnowski, tonight's feature winner. And now we're going to go down here and talk to a guy who picked up quite a few feature wins this season. Decided to come back to race with us this year, and congratulations, man. 3 points, your track champion. Give it up for Sean Bruce. Sean, what a season.
Oh, God. This is all my family, most of them here, family, the rest are friends. And, oh, my Lord, I just can't believe it. It was a terrible night. We've had 2 bad weeks in a row. Last week got caught up, and poor Brad got taken out, and I got into him. And tonight, of course, the track was greasy in the beginning, and I looped it because was down on the bottom and it was real wet. And then the next time, Tony Harris started to loop it and got in my right front and knocked my front end all the way. So the car was junk the whole night after that. Yeah. But we held on.
Take me back to last week. You had the struggles last week, had a poor finish. Those guys closed the gap. And then within the first lap, 2 incidents, and you had to be sitting in the seat saying, what do I got to do to win this thing?
I was thinking to myself, I've got to be just... The devil was after me or something.
Probably felt like it was slipping away a little bit.
It's felt, I'm telling you what, for the first time in a week I'll be able to sleep because I really wanted this thing bad. And of course the new owners here, new promoters, Siri family at Outlaw. I'm hoping that we can run here next year as well. We're going to probably get a new machine, I think. And if my job will let me, I'm going to be here next year. And Nick spent so many hours on this car, My other son, Zach, is here somewhere. I just got to thank my family for all the support that they've given me. And at 51 years old, I get another championship, and I'm just thrilled to death.
Congratulations. It's so good to have you back this season. You got a lot of wins to go with it, and the track championship. Congratulations.
Thank you. 4 wins and a track championship. I couldn't be happier.
Folks, give it up for Sean Bruce, your Farmers Insurance IMCA Modified track champion. We'll send it back up to Mel Thomas. Get us ready for the Street Stock feature event.
That was a really cool interview there. You could really tell what it meant to Sean Bruce to pick up the win in the championship there on Friday night. We'll talk about the Creekside Entertainment Street Stock, 17 cars on Friday night. Chuck Winslow, need I say more? 8 wins in 2016 and the 2016 track championship. Gene Balmer, Laverne Knickerbocker, C.J. Guerry, J.J. Kreidler, the top 5 on Friday night. Quinn Sutherland, Jared Hill, Nate Daggett, Jason Smart, and Ryan Krause rounded out the top 10 finishers on Friday. Let's hear from your winner and champion, Chuck Winslow.
Chuck Winslow climbs up out of the car, folks. Give it up for him, tonight's feature winner and track champion for 2016. Here in the Creekside Entertainment Street Stocks. Got his checkered flag with him. And there, he got his hat. Let me be the first to congratulate you for sneaking up the show this year, man. Congratulations, man. Tonight, just like so many nights we've seen this year, what a great race.
You know what? We had to take the green. That's and the kids. You know how I said I don't point race. Well, they were saying, "Dad, please just do me a favor, take the green, okay?" And but then after that, it was off to the races, boy. Let's see what we can do.
You got so many wins this season. Was there I know that you don't point race. We've talked about that so many times. But after you win so many races here this year, there's got to be a point in the season where you say, man, we're doing pretty well. We're up on top of the heap.
About 3 weeks ago, we finished 4th I got into a rut, you know what I mean? And then we went home, made some changes to wake it up a little bit, and it really helped. And the kids, and of course the wife, everybody was telling me, hey, you know what? This is reachable. Let's use our head. So. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. You know, one thing that we talk about with you, and I know you've talked with other media members about too, is it all comes down to the maintenance program during the week.
You know what? At 2 o'clock this afternoon, this was still in pieces, just going over everything one more time. Just, you know, and almost to the point where have I done it too much? But I just, you know, you got to.
Talk to me about this great crew, your boys, your wife. What an effort this season.
Yeah. My wife, Chad's been making sure everything's perfect on the way out. CJ, of course, down south. The guys that work on the crew, Buddy, Dave, Swanee, everybody's here tonight. Oh, yeah, and happy birthday, Dave. Wherever he's at, Dave, happy birthday. I forgot you last time. And all the fans, I mean, whether you're a 61 fan or not, at least you're here watching the races. You know what I mean? So, you know, everybody's a fan.
Absolutely. Now, one question that I haven't had to ask you, because I know you don't like to talk about points, but have you ever won a championship here?
Never. Never. And the thing is, probably 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I've been doing it a while, we would points race, and it would change the way you drive the car. It would drive you crazy. So then we just said, let's just go for the wins. Just have fun, and points will be the points, you know.
Well, they certainly shake themselves out when all you have to do is take the green. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Folks, give it up for tonight's feature winner and your track champion, Chuck Winslow.
Well, that was your winner, Chuck Winslow. Street Stocks won the race and closed it out with a track championship. So congratulations to that team. I know him and his boys, that meant a lot to them, and Chuck's wife and crew as well. To nail that down, he's said it so many times. They're not point racers, but boy, once you have an incredible season like they did, you have to start thinking about points at some time. With the comfortable lead in the points they had, and they were able to seal it up there on Friday night. We'll step aside here. When we come back, we will talk about the incredible finish to the 4-cylinder championship on Friday night, and we'll hear from Burnin' Bacon, who made it 9 in a row on Friday night. All next here on Turn 5 Live on the Performance Motorsports Network, the voice of motorsports.
Parents, your son or daughter has had their license for a while now, but you want to make sure they're prepared for any situation they may face on the road. High school driver's ed doesn't teach them to drive defensively. They need to be prepared for any highway emergency. For less than a month's insurance, and a whole lot less, BSR instructors at Summit Point Motorsports Park in nearby Summit Point, West Virginia, will teach your son or daughter how to respond instantly and positively to unexpected situations on the road. BSR's specialized accident avoidance training teaches swerve to avoid maneuvers at highway speed, ocular driving, which focuses driving attention on ways to avoid accidents, vehicle dynamics and feedback, skid control and skid recovery, threshold braking on straights and progressive braking on curves, and off-road recovery techniques. This is stuff driver's ed simply doesn't teach. So call BSR today, 304-725-8444. Give your kid the skill set needed to drive safely and responsibly on the highway. That's 304-725-8444.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to
then
believe
what you're
this.
Going to do is turn
Marcy
onto Marcy
and Brad
Avenue,
just broke up,
and go past
and apparently
the first
she's
three lights,
happy
and
about
then take
it.
the next left.
I don't really think she's happy, but
you should be
who am
there.
I to judge, right?
Park
anyway,
on the right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Creekside Entertainment is the official DJ, photo booth, and uplighting company of Turn 5 Live on the Performance Motorsports Network. Stuart Ovens and his staff at Creekside Entertainment are professional and experienced with events of any type. Creekside Entertainment specializes in wedding packages that are affordable and fun, and they are ready to serve you with the most up-to-date music and karaoke selection. If you can sing it in the shower, you can come out and sing it with Creekside Entertainment. And don't forget about the Creekside Entertainment photo booth and uplighting service that will transform your wedding or party into an event the family will be talking about for years. Trust the entertainment company that racers trust. Call Stu at area code 315-481-9700 or visit them online at creeksideentertainmentdj.com. You can also find them on Facebook and Twitter. Creekside Entertainment, division sponsor of the Black Rock Bandits in 2015.
Hi, race fans. This is the voice, Shane Andrews of the Big Block Modified Super Dirt Car Series, and you're listening to Turn 5 Live on PMN.
Yes, sirree. Getting it right on the chip there with the voice, Shane Andrews. And Clint, I'll tell you this. Last night was pretty awesome hearing Shane Andrews' voice on the call at Weedsport last night. I know Clinton Jeffries had some other obligations, and no disrespect at all to Clinton because, you know, he is just a diehard race fan and race announcer for sure. But I got to say, you know, for old time's sake, it was really fun to hear Shane and Mike Mallet on the call at Weedsport last night. They both did a great job, and you know, kind of took you back to the old days, even though they weren't that long ago. But
yeah, we've talked extensively about how, you know, really Shane Andrews is kind of what everybody looks to try to mimic when they get behind the mic. I mean, he keeps the fans in it, you know, with his quotes and talking to the fans and bringing them in it. And, you know, a lot like what you've done this year. And I think it really helps a racetrack when you've got a guy behind the mic that does that.
I have absolutely no qualms about saying that Shane Andrews, for any of us that are in announcing right now, and again, I speak from a guy who's just a couple of years into it now. Shane Andrews is he sets the bar. And when Shane was getting started, it was Doug Logan and Gary Montgomery that set the bar, and guys like Mel Thomas that have been doing it since the 80s. You know, it's just funny how it's very cyclical like that. And, you know, 4 or 5 years from now, I'm sure we're going to be saying Clinton Jeffries is that guy. He's the next guy that's setting the bar, and Mallet and, you know, all the local guys. You know, Rich Vleck with the Patriots for the longest time, and now Paul Harkenreiter in that position. So, you know, it's just funny how it all cycles like that. And just a lot of respect to those guys. Let's get back into our results and review from Friday night at Outlaw Speedway. We're going to wrap things up here with the 4 cylinders, and it was one of the closest point battles going into. Actually, it wasn't the closest battle going into the night, but as the night progressed, guys, it was the closest point battle because Ray Heyer. Here's what Ray Heyer had to do on Friday night to win the championship. He had to go win the makeup feature. He had to win his heat race. He had to win his regular feature. Well, guess what? He did all 3 of those things and still came up 9 points short because Erica Bell finished in the 5th spot in the makeup feature. She finished in the 3rd spot in the regular scheduled double point feature. And, you know, you got to give it up to Erica Bell because we said it about halfway through the feature event on Friday night. I turned to Mel Thomas and I said, J.J. Kreidler's coming through the field. Brian Grant Jr. is coming with a full head of steam through the field. If Erica doesn't get aggressive and doesn't get up on the wheel, just riding in the 3rd spot, there's a chance that these guys could come up and pass and she would lose the championship. And kudos to Erica Bell because she did exactly that. She got up on the wheel and raced her way to the 5th place finish and a 3rd place finish and locked up the track championship. Let's first hear from Ray Heyer, who won the makeup feature. He got the win over J.J. Kreidler, Mike Stone, Chad Ayers, and Erica Bell, the top 5. Let's hear from Ray Heyer after he was 1 feature out of 2 on his way to trying to win the championship.
Climbing up out of the car, give it up for him, folks. Ray Heyer, makeup feature winner. Hey, grab a checkered flag, man. That's for you. For a few moments, anyway. Congratulations, man. I talked to you earlier this afternoon, and you said, you know what? Pressure's on Erica tonight. If we can just come out and have fun and win races, we'll see where we land up.
Yeah, racetrack was a little bit tight, but I got half of my job done.
Yeah.
I got 1 more to win, and then it's all on her.
Yep. You got the double feature point race later on tonight. Think about the very beginning of the season here. You know, there's a couple races that we didn't even have you here in competition, and here you are with a chance to get the title.
Yeah, it's definitely been up and down. This is the closest I've been all year. I've been down within 50 and gone back to 100 and down to 70 and back to 90, and it's been a long season.
It's been a long season, but you and Brian, Vanessa Grant, the whole crew, Bacon over here, guys have really been putting in a good effort.
Yeah, the cars are pretty much taking care of themselves right now. I'm just double checking everything every week, and as long as we don't wreck them, we don't have any issues with them. They just keep going.
Congratulations, man. Halfway through.
Thank you.
Folks, Ray Heyer, tonight's 4-cylinder makeup feature winner.
Then as we moved on to the regularly scheduled double point feature, Heyer started in the 15th spot. Guys, he passed 11 cars on lap number 1. They had a caution after the first lap, and he was running top 5 already. And on lap 2, Clint, he took the lead off the restart. Just on a mission. There was nobody that was going to take that race away from Ray Heyer on Friday night. He wins the double point feature. He got the win over Chad Ayers. Erica Bell finishes 3rd, locks up the track championship. Craig Mart in a front-wheel drive was 4th. How about that little grocery getter?
Got it.
Brad Rathbun Jr., the top 5. 6 through 10. Timmy Borden, I want to give a call to Timmy Borden tonight. He was a lap away from winning his first heat race at Outlaw Speedway on Friday night and showed a lot of speed in the feature to finish 6th. Zach Teed was 7th, Adam Del Grosso 8th, Mike Stone 9th, J.J. Kreidler the top 10. Let's now hear from Ray Heyer and your track champion, Erica Bell.
Well, tonight's 4-cylinder winner, getting ready to climb out of the car here, Mel. Did everything he needed to do tonight, trying to make it happen. Ray Heyer picks up the win. Good congratulations here to Erica Bell. What a race between these two here the last month of the season.
Real spirited battle.
You bet. Put her there, man. Like I just said, you did everything you had to do tonight. She was finished third. If she had finished sixth, it would have been a different story. But like I said, you did everything you had to do.
I knew once I saw her number come up on the number board, it just, you know, the only thing you can hope for then is maybe a flat tire. You don't wish for anybody to get spun out, but, you know, hats off to her. She earned it.
Yeah.
And she run hard all year long.
You told us earlier this afternoon the pressure was on that team to get it done. They did that. But tell me about your guys' effort. You weren't here on opening night. You had another night a couple weeks later that you came away with 0 points, but still you came all the way back to 9 points from the championship.
That wasn't easy. My good motor blew up in the black car there, and after that we put Corky's backup motor in, and that poor thing, I had to run that to death to even go anywhere with it. That's why the last couple of races we decided I'd better get in this if we even stood a chance of catching her. Hats off to Brian and Vanessa for putting me in the car. Thank you guys. I don't even know where they are.
Well, man, it was a spirited battle. It was a whole lot of fun to watch. We had a ball watching it tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, give it up for Ray Heyer, tonight's feature winner. He wins the battle, but Erica Bell wins the war tonight. Congratulations. I stood on the front stretch with you last year with a feature win, and I know you were pretty excited about that. I can't even imagine how excited you must be about a track championship.
Last year was the first feature win in 6 years. Now this will be the first track championship since I've been to the Bandits. Like, say, 10 years ago.
Tell us about what the pressure was like. Coming into tonight, if you finished fifth, it didn't matter what everybody else did. If you finished sixth, it wasn't going to be good enough. What was that pressure like?
I knew I had to finish fifth, but the track out there was excellent. My car just wanted to hook up, so I knew I had it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been talking to a lot of drivers tonight about the new clay they put down, and so far everybody has been just speaking volumes about it.
Yeah, the clay helped a lot.
Talk to us about the folks that help you out. We haven't been able to see you here in Victory Lane this year, but I know you've got a lot of folks that help you out here on the 31.
I'd like to thank my dad and Nate Daggett. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Faulkner Trust, Daggett Garage, AWS Waste, and I think that's it.
What does it mean to win the track championship here?
You know what? I am so happy. To everybody that is happy for me and to the people that aren't happy for me.
And I see that you've got a lot of people here supporting you tonight. This has got to be a lot of fun tonight.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just say you got some people here helping you out, cheering you on. That's got to mean a lot too.
It does. It does. The sport really helps.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Folks, give it up for Erica Bell, the four-cylinder track champion. It was a close one. We'll send it back upstairs to Mel Thomas. So take us home.
Well, there was Erica Bell, your 2016 track champion in the four cylinders. Now let's hear from Winter Circle Deli Bandit winner, Jordan Bacon. Vernon Bacon made it 9 in a row on Friday night. Just an incredible season for him after he started racing with us. Once he started racing in the Bandits, he ripped off 9 in a row to finish out the season. Joey Clark second. Austin LeBar third and wins the track championship. Stephen Perkins, the third, rounds out the field in fourth. Let's first hear from Jordan Bacon, then we'll hear from your champion, Austin LeBar.
Well, folks, he's climbing up out of the car. How about a nice round of applause for Jordan Bacon? 9 feature wins in a row here tonight. So we'll bring him down here. Ray Heyer's got to get strapped into this car for the makeup feature. Congratulations, young man. Mission accomplished. 9 straight feature wins. Think back to that first one. Do you ever imagine you get 9 in a row?
No, I didn't. I was just out there to have fun for my first one. I can't imagine me winning 9 in a row. It's an amazing thing to accomplish.
Absolutely. I mean, Brian Grant, those guys stepping up, letting you run their car. When you guys had trouble with the 7 ride, man, what a story for those guys too.
Yeah, we tried to buy this off of them, and they said no. But as long as they have this car, I'll be able to run it. So.
That's awesome, man. It's going to be a busy night for you guys, as this car's got 4 features to run tonight.
Yeah, we were just worried about flat tires.
Yeah, that's for sure. Did the trailer get here okay?
I'm not sure because this did not go in the trailer we normally do.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're good there. Hey, man, congratulations. Tell us about some of the folks that help you out here.
I got to say a big thanks to Brian and Vanessa Grant, Ray Heyer, my mom, my dad, my grandma and grandpa, my Uncle Herbie for letting me get sponsors and have my own car next year.
Congratulations, bud.
Thank you.
All right, folks, give it up for Jordan Bacon, tonight's feature winner. And we're going to make our way down here as we've got another driver getting ready to get suited up here. Climbing up out of the car here, folks. How about a nice round of applause for your track champion, Austin LeBar. Congratulations, young man. Going into tonight, as long as you finished third, it didn't matter where everybody else finished. That's exactly what you did.
Well, my number one thing was finish in front of 38.
Yeah, that was what we were talking about tonight.
Yeah.
Well, man, tell us about the season. I mean, it is brand new for you. Your rookie year here, and you pick up a track championship. That's pretty cool.
It is awesome. I wouldn't be able to do it without Ray Harder and Brian Grant. They loaned me their car.
It was pretty cool for them to step up and let not one driver, but two drivers run their cars to stay in the points.
Yeah.
All right, man, who do you have to thank for helping you get to this track championship this year?
I have to thank my dad the most.
And now, just like we were talking with Jordan here, this car's got to go out and run two features tonight, too, so it's going to be a busy night for your crew as well.
Yes, it will.
Well, man, we'll see you at the banquet. Congratulations on the championship.
All right, there's Austin LeBar, the Winner's Circle Deli Bandit champion. And yes, later on in the winter months, they will be crowned champion. We don't exactly have a date on the banquet just yet. We do know it will be at the Watkins Glen Harbor Hotel. Just trying to lock down a date for that. So stay tuned to the Turn 5 Live page as well as Outlaw Speedway LLC on Facebook as they'll have all the info there. Guys,
We still got a couple weeks of racing left, so.
Yeah,
we got
that's
time.
right. That's right. And we'll talk when we come back. We'll go over the schedule for a big race they've got coming up in September. But we'll step aside here first. When we come back, we'll talk about Outlaw Fall Nationals. Then we'll get into the Woodhull Raceway Championship night right here on Turn 5 Live on the Performance Motorsports Network, the voice of motorsports.
You own a performance car and you know how to drive, but you want to learn real performance driving. Well, Bunky, get that car off the street and onto the track. Summit Point Motorsports Park, the Mid-Atlantic's premier road racing facility, located just over an hour from D.C. in nearby Summit Point, West Virginia, is the place to go. And you'll find that Friday at the Track is going to give you what you need. For less than a monthly car payment, you can attend this regularly scheduled one-day instructional event in your street car on one of Summit Point's 3 world-class road racing circuits. You'll receive classroom instruction, skid pad instruction in their cars, including front and rear skid control, and 4 20-minute in-your-car instructional sessions from a professional instructor. Have fun, go fast, and really learn how to drive. Call 304-725-8444 for class schedules and details. That's 304-725-8444. Friday at the Track at Summit Point Motorsports Park.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ball in street? Girl in street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Here's an important message from RAD and this station.
Hi, this is Bob Sheehan from Blues Traveler for RAD, recording artists against drunk driving. I like to party just as much as the next guy, maybe even more. But the one thing I won't do after I've had a few is get in the car and drive. Don't blow it. Always choose a designated driver. Remember, music lives, and so should you.
Motorsports sales professionals. Performance Motorsports is looking to build a team of experienced media sales professionals to represent our programming to the industry's top companies, magazines, and racing series. If you have motorsports sales or marketing experience, know how to work with agencies, understand social media, and are incredibly creative when it comes to working with clients and promotions, then we want to hear from you. Top performers are richly rewarded. Your imagination is the only limit here. Call 717-749-0444. That's 717-749-0444, or email us at scorpionradiogroup@gmail.com. You want to ask for Sue.
Hi,
Hi, race fans. This is Brett Deo, and you're listening to Turn 5 Live on PMN.
Yeah, Brett Deo bringing us back from commercial break here on Turn 5 Live. Stephen Ovens, Brad Ovens, Clint Miller joining you on the program tonight. And as we were talking before we went to the break, Clint, we've got the Outlaw Fall Nationals coming up. They just announced the lineup for that big show coming up on Friday, September 23rd, Saturday, September 24th. Going to be a big show. Starting things off on Friday night with a $5,000 to win show for the Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints, the Patriot Sprint Tour, as well as the United Racing Club URC 360s. All three organizations on one racetrack there on Friday, September 23rd, $5,000 to the winner. And you have also that night, after the races are over, they're going to have live music with Devin Franks, a popular country artist in the area. Also on Friday, September 23rd, you've got Crate Sportsman, $1,500 to win. You've got the IMCA Modifieds, $1,000 to win. And that's also a qualifier for the Super Nationals in 2017. You've got a Street Stock $1,500 to win event. And that event on Friday night will guarantee 2 drivers to the Empire 100 later on in October. 4-cylinder open outlaw style, $1,000 to win, 25-lap race there for the 4 cylinders. And 4 cars in each class that are racing on Saturday that race on Friday will transfer to Saturday night's show. You've got... Saturday night, September 24th, you've got the Modifieds, $5,000 to win, 40-lap race for the big block, small block Modifieds. It's also round 2 of the Sunoco $25,000 Modified Triple Crown. You've got the 4 cylinders that'll race 30 laps for $1,500 to win. The Crate Sportsman Shootout will be $2,000 to win, 35 laps there, American Racer or Hoosier tires. The IMCA Modified Empire Series will race for $1,500 to win and a 35-lap race. And again, that'll be a 2017 Super Nationals qualifier. The 600 Micro Sprints will be on hand, $1,000 to win for their 20-lap feature. And again, winners, the top 2 cars in each class on Saturday, September 24th, will be guaranteed starters for Dutch Hogue National Open weekend coming up later on in October. So that's the big event coming up in September. The schedules and payouts announced for those events coming up. So, guys, let's get into some of our discussion from the Woodhull Raceway, as we've got winner interviews as well as track champion interviews to get to from there as well. And why don't we start it off with the modified winner from Saturday night, as it was Mike Bills picking up his 3rd victory of 2016 on the high banks. Had a great race there with Donnie Lawson. Lawson running the bottom, Bills running the top. Bills almost got up and over the cushion several times. He was able to hold on for the win. Billy Van Pelt 3rd, Eric Fisher 4th, Russell Morseman the top 5. Then it was Boyd McTavish, Ryan Tracy, Frank Dunning, Brady Fultz, and Lee Bills that rounded out the top 10. Let's hear now from your winner from Saturday night, Mike Bills.
Well, folks, he's climbing up out of the car. Let's hear it for Mike Bills, tonight's modified feature winner.
I got to go get back first.
What a race here tonight, Mike. We said it lap after lap, especially those last 5. Boy, Mike's dancing with the devil on the outside of turn 4.
Yeah, I knew Donnie was way better on the bottom down here than I was, so every time I got down there, I couldn't get a good run off. The only chance I had was stay up there and not miss the cushion. A few times I got up above it on the right side, but I kept the left side down under it, so we still made it through the corner.
I said, we were talking up there, a few hairy moments up there. Were you counting how many hairy moments there were?
No, I wasn't counting, but I was definitely on the edge.
Yeah, you talked about running the outside lane. Donnie was running on the bottom. There was one moment where you guys were in some slower traffic, and he was really starting to get a run on the bottom. Talk us through that.
Yeah, I knew if I was getting a good run off the bottom down here, so I knew if I stayed on the bottom down here, I could keep him behind me. Down here, pretty much every lap, I could see him sticking his nose down coming off the bottom when I was coming off the high side, but I had a much better run coming off. So I knew if I kept hitting my marks, I'd have him.
talk to us about your season overall. Several wins here in contention for the championship. Talk us through your year.
Yeah, I'm real happy with the year. We had a strong, good, consistent year. It's hard to beat this guy over here. Congratulations to him. I'm definitely happy.
2017, we see you right back here competing for the championship?
I'm not sure yet. I don't know what the plans are yet. Maybe if I'd like to get a few more sponsors. I need some help.
All right. Well, congratulations. Talk to us about the folks that helped get you here.
Okay, I'd like to thank Addison Auto Parts, Dunning's Auto Parts, Strauss Farms, Lee Bill's Trucking, Gary's Motivation. I'd like to thank my father-in-law. He helps me a ton. Jeff Grist, my boy, all my family. And I'd especially like to thank my daughter. It's her 7th birthday today, so happy birthday, Brittany.
Happy birthday, young lady. Give a nice wave to the crowd. How about her? She's celebrating her birthday here, and Dad picks up the victory. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Folks, Mike Bill is tonight's modified feature winner. Oh, yep, the sponsor is going to come in here.
So
from
Bills
Kibbe
gets
Oil
the win
and
there
Gas Field
on
Services.
Saturday night.
Of course.
And now we'll get into hearing from your 2016 track champion. That, of course, Billy Van Pelt, 18-time modified track champion on the high banks.
With the 2016 track champion, we talked to him last Saturday night, but now it's official. Congratulations, Billy Van Pelt, 2016 track champion, here with the modifieds. 18th championship, 3 straight here with Grant. And I'll tell you, coming from 12th tonight back to 3rd, a good race for you.
Oh, absolutely. As everybody can see, the competition is just so tough. Hats off to Mikey Bills. Congratulations on his win tonight. When I got to the top 5, I knew it was just going to be really tough from that point on. And Morseman done a heck of a job running the bottom, and that restart helped me. I could just, I tried to buzz the outside real quick. I was hoping he'd slow down a little bit too much for the bottom. And the first time he caught me on the bottom because he went up, I thought he was going to do what I did that time to them guys. But, I finally caught him, and then I just kept working it harder and harder. I didn't know if I was going to get it by him. I thought he was going to get back by me. But hats off to the Green Hill Figure team. Special thanks to Larry and Shannon. Special thanks to my wife for putting up with all the hard work. Got to thank my dad for letting me work out of his shop this year, and thank our sponsors as well. We got Instant Heat Wood Pellets, Mullen Carpet, Bradley Supply, Swigart Maple Sugar Shack. Anyway, and Morgantini, Bicknell, Racing Supplies, Leaf Racewear. I mean, without all these guys' help.
What's it going to take to get 19 in 2017?
Consistency.
All right, man. Congratulations on the championship this year. Billy Van Pelt, your modified track champion.
So Van Pelt wins 18 championships in a row, and he pulled me aside after that interview, Clint, and said, okay, we've got an exclusive coming up this week. So stay tuned to racechaseronline.com. We're looking at hopefully having this ready for Wednesday. If it's not ready on Wednesday, we will bring it to you Thursday. We have an exclusive announcement with Billy Van Pelt, who he will be driving for in 2017. We're going to have interview audio with Billy Van Pelt as well as his new car owner, and we will have that for you on Race Chaser Online later on this week. So stay tuned for that. A big announcement coming up for Billy Van Pelt. His 2017 plans will be unfolded later on this week. So Van Pelt wins the track championship. We'll move on to the Crate Sportsman division. The Napa Crate Sportsman picking up the win on Saturday night was Dayton Brewer, his 2nd win of the year. Stevie Hartman III finished in the 2nd spot. It was a photo finish for the Crate Sportsman's. Literally, Dayton Brewer by a bumper. And when I say by a bumper, there was no more than a bumper, that's for sure. Hartman III finished in the 2nd spot. Josh Kesey 3rd, Colin Brown 4th, AJ Costley the top 5. 6 through 10 was your track champion, Chris Doherty, Ray Smith, Brandon Martin, Jake Ginn, Josh Sawyer rounding out the top 10 finishers. Now, we had audio with Dayton Brewer, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to air that for you as we had a little bit of salty language mixed in there. So I'm choosing not to play that one for you tonight, and we'll hear from the track champion, Chris Doherty.
And climbing out of the car here, 2016 Napa Crate Sportsman Champion, Chris Doherty. Well, we clinched it last week, but now it's all official, man. Congratulations, and giving this ride a good shakedown tonight.
Yeah, we clinched it last week, so it was kind of nice to be able to come in tonight. And this is my boy's car that runs out here in the 4-cylinder division. So he's going to be out here next week in this car. And I just wanted to kind of come out tonight and take the opportunity of shaking it down a little bit for him and, just trying to get it handling right and make sure everything's good so when he gets in it, he can come out and, hopefully be on the same page and, come out and do well too.
With this championship year, is there one memory from the season that's going to stick out for you?
Like I said last week, whenever it comes to championships, I mean, they're all very special because they're so hard to come by, But I guess this year, being able to come out and have success and win 7 features, this is probably one of my most better ones just because I've won so many features.
Talk to us one more time about the folks that help you out here. You guys got a great group of sponsors and crew.
Yeah, I mean, this wouldn't be eligible if it wasn't for all my crew guys that spend, numerous hours in the garage every single night. And hats off, and I got to thank their wives for letting them come down and spend the time that they do in our garage. And I just got one big, huge thank you to put out there. I don't know if he's here tonight or not, but Dan Williams, that is a class act. I'm speechless. I mean, these guys come on board with us this year, and we were able to fly Williams Construction and Spray Foam on mine and my son's car all year, and to come out and have good success. And that to me means a lot in this championship season, to come out with a new sponsor and show them guys that we're championship contenders. So hats off to these guys at Williams Construction and Spray Foam. Thank you for coming on board.
They build man caves by chance?
I think he'll build you anything you want.
Because I'm in the market for a man cave, so you might have to hook me up with those guys.
I'm sure he could build a man cave and probably put a little foam in there to keep you warm.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Chris Doherty, your 2016 track champion here in the Napa Crate Sportsman.
Oh, well, sometimes when you're doing an interview, you gotta, Clint, you gotta, tap into some resources here. I want to see, what Chris's sponsor can help me out with here. We're in the business for a man cave, so, you got to do what you can. But we'll step aside here. When we come back, we'll get to more winner and champion interviews from Saturday night at the Woodhull Raceway right here on Turn 5 Live on the Performance Motorsports Network, the voice of motorsports.
For 17 years, Stock Car Steel has been a leading materials supplier to the racing industry. Now they're also an official motorsports content partner of Race Chaser Online. The biggest names in NASCAR trust Stock Car Steel for all their raw materials, such as carbon steel, chrome moly, DOM, aluminum, plastics, and much, much more. You can't build a race car without the basic materials, and Stock Car Steel is the place to get them. Don't forget to also visit Stock Car Steel's sister company, SRI Supplies, for racing and industry. SRI is your #1 source for all your shop supply needs. Nuts, bolts, rivets, tapes, adhesives, cutting tools, chemicals, body shop supplies, paint shop supplies, lubricants, and more. A well-stocked race shop is a winning race shop, and the road to winning begins with 3 letters, SRI. For more information, visit stockcarsteel.com and SRI-supplies.com. You can also find them on Facebook at Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, or call either company toll-free at 1-888-752-7272.
Creekside Entertainment is the official DJ, photo booth, and uplighting company of Turn 5 Live on the Performance Motorsports Network. Stuart Ovens and his staff at Creekside Entertainment are professional and experienced with events of any type. Creekside Entertainment specializes in wedding packages that are affordable and fun, and they are ready to serve you with the most up-to-date music and karaoke selection. If you can sing it in the shower, you can come out and sing it with Creekside Entertainment. And don't forget about the Creekside Entertainment photo booth and uplighting service that will transform your wedding or party into an event the family will be talking about for years. Trust the entertainment company that racers trust. Call Stu at area code 315-481-9700 or visit them online at creeksideentertainmentdj.com. You can also find them on Facebook and Twitter. Creekside Entertainment, division sponsor of the Black Rock Bandits in 2015.
We're growing like crazy and need account reps who know their way around agencies, the internet, and social media. Got connections? Or do you know how to get to the decision makers? Are you fearless? We need you. Internet radio, or as we call it, wireless mobile radio, is rapidly becoming the place to be with almost limitless income potential. So contact us to get involved with the fastest growing professionally produced group of internet radio stations in the world. Your imagination is the only limit here. Call 717-749-0444. That's 717-749-0444. Or you can email us at scorpionradiogroup@gmail.com. You want to ask for Sue.
Hi, race fans. This is Mills Family Racing, and you're listening to Turn 5 live on PMN.
Welcome back, race fans, to Turn 5 Live here on the Performance Motorsports Network. Stephen Ovens, Brad Ovens, Clint Miller joining you on the show tonight. And we are in the middle of talking about all the action from the Woodhull Raceway this past Saturday night, as it was their championship night, like so many other tracks in the area. And we left off with the Crate Sportsman. So now let's get into the SWL Awards 360 late models. They had 10 cars in attendance on Saturday night. And how about it? He bookends the season. Jason McGregor picks up the first feature win of the season for the late models. He ends the season with his second win of the season on championship night. Bruce Miller finished in the second spot. McGregor was running the bottom, Miller running the top. Miller had an opportunity in turn 4, but just couldn't get by. McGregor able to sneak up in front of him just in the nick of time to kill off the run for Miller. So McGregor was able to hold on for the win. Miller finished his second. He had a drag race to the line with Glenn Reitner, who was third. Kurt Stebbins fourth. Mick Seeley the top 5. Good run there for Mick the Quick. And Mick the Quick, that 31 late model for sale. If you're in the business, in the market for a 360 late model, Mick the Quick Seeley got one going up for sale after this season as they look to get back into the street stock ranks for 2017. 6 through 10, Rick Laux, Carl Hughes, Jacob McConnell, Bobby Luberts, and Steve LeBaron. We'll first hear from Jason McGregor, who was your feature winner for the 360 late models on Saturday night.
Well, folks, he's getting ready to climb up out of the car. Tonight's 360 late model feature winner, give it up for Jason McGregor. Great move on the last lap coming out of turn 4 to shut down the outside lane. And he wins the first race of the season for the late models, caps it off with a win here on championship night. And we'll bring him around here to the front of the car for a word. And boy, Jason, you really had to hold on for this one. What a great race up front.
Yeah, it was awesome. Carl Hughes, I could see his nose all the time, and then seeing Bruce, and it was just great to win it.
You saw Bruce, and you know we were talking about it in the tower. What do? Do you go high, you go low? Where do you go?
You just try to do the slide jab and keep him behind you.
Now you saw him on the outside going down the back straightaway, and I'm sure you knew that if you had just enough room to slide up and try and shut down the outside.
That's right.
Man, tell us about this season for you guys. You won the first event for the late models. Now you cap it off with a championship night win. Talk to us about that.
We started out the first night doing good, and we've been struggling through the season trying to get traction, and I think we finally found something at the end, but we got here and won.
Congratulations, man. Talk to us about the folks that help you out here.
I got to thank my dad. He maintains and does the money on the car, and Kyle, my tire man, and my mom, and everybody else.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Jason McGregor, tonight's 360 late model feature winner. Let's give it up for him.
So McGregor gets the win, but the championship, which was sealed up the week before, goes to Bruce Miller. What a great season for him, winning the title at Woodhull. Previously, he had won titles at Little Valley, but his first Woodhull championship. So congratulations to Bruce Miller. Here's his post-race commentary after locking up the championship.
And the folks from Kibbe Oil and Gas Field Service will step in to talk to Jason McGregor. And Bruce, congratulations. You clinched it last week, but now it's official, 2016 track champion, and quite a race for you tonight.
Yeah, thank you. It was a lot of fun racing out there, and I'm sure it was a entertaining race for everyone to watch. I made the McGregors have to sweat it out right down to the line there, so I had a lot of fun out there.
Now, with about 3 laps to go, you guys had the restart, and Reitner showed how good the outside lane was working for him, and that gave you an opportunity there on the last lap.
Yeah, I knew I'd been using the top, and that's how I got around Carl, but I was a little bit better on the bottom, I think, but I was planning to try the bottom for 1 to 2 laps and then move to the high side if I wasn't able to make any headway there, but as soon as we took the green, I saw Glenn up there, so it limited me to the bottom, and I saw an opening when we were coming down the backstretch on the last lap, or the second to last lap, to move to the high side, so I tried to take advantage of that, but it's close, but no cigar tonight.
And at that point, you just put it on the edge and hope that it sticks, but Jason got a good run to come up and shut the outside down.
Yeah, in the last corner, when you're on the high side with these cars, you can't see the car on the inside, so I drove in the corner as hard as I dared against the cushion, and then I just was foot to the floor there, and then the last second his car popped up in front of me, so yeah, I was able to, I guess, bump draft him to the line there.
Congratulations on a great season and taking down the championship this year.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a lot of fun this year, and definitely this tonight, I guess, kind of typifies the challenge of the whole year. Even though the car count's down a little bit, the competition level is still there for sure.
Folks, give it up for Bruce Miller, your 2016 track champion for the SWL Awards 360 late models.
So that takes care of the late models for the 2016 season at the Woodhull Raceway. They've got a race coming up on I believe that's also part of this week's show. We've got interviews that we're also going to hear from the street stocks while I take a look at that schedule and give you that. What we've got coming up. The Lyle Sherwood Memorial is coming up on Saturday night. But after we hear from the Joe Wilcox Performance Automatic Street Stock feature winner, Josh Sawyer, he debuted a car that he debuted recently here within the last couple of weeks. It was a nitro chassis. Beautiful wrap on that for the 01 of Sawyer. He picked up the win on Saturday night. Here's what he had to say after picking up that first win of the year.
Well, folks, he's ready to climb up out of here. Give it up for Josh Sawyer, tonight's feature winner. Getting a congratulations here from Brett Marlatt. What a great race here tonight. What a battle. I know there was a lot of cautions tonight, but what a battle between you and Marlatt.
Yeah, it was a long race. I couldn't wait for it to get over, man. I thought, man, he's going to get me on one of these restarts, but we pulled her off.
Just debuted this car a couple weeks ago. Tell us about this car.
I just picked it up used, put a motor in it. I haven't done anything to it, really. Just raced it a couple times and can't be happier with it.
We were talking about it upstairs. Is it nitro chassis here?
Yep, nitro car.
All right, very good. So we've got you got a win tonight, and we got some big fall races coming up. I'm sure you guys are excited about that.
Yeah, we're going to try to hit as many as we can and finish out the year good.
Talk to us about the folks that have helped you out here. You've got some great sponsors on the side as well.
Yeah, I got to thank my wife and my son Ronnie. She's going to be pissed she's not here. Dunning Auto Parts, Addison Auto Parts, Lester's Welding. I know I'm going to forget somebody. Holden's Maple Syrup, Six Pipes, Motorcycle Exhausts. Everybody that helps me. Jeff, Leighton, Todd, Lindley, everybody that comes to the shop and helps me out every week.
Great run tonight. Good battle with you and Brett.
All right, thank you.
Folks, give it up for Josh Sawyer, tonight's Joe Wilcox Performance Automatic Street Stock feature winner.
So Sawyer got the win on Saturday night, his first of the year at Woodhull in the street stock. Brett Marlatt was second. Jared Dennis was third. Glenn Reitner fourth. Tracy Dunn, the top five. The guy he was chasing for second in points, Teddy Morseman, finished right behind him in the sixth spot. Kurt Stebbins, the 2016 track champion, finished in the seventh spot. Then it was Matt Gilson, Allison Pierce, and Zane King Jr. We talked about Stebbins being the track champion. We had some fans up in the stands and some of Kurt's crew going back and forth during his champions interview. So I'm holding off on playing that one here tonight. But certainly congratulations goes out to Kurt Stebbins. It was an eventful night for the driver out of Wellsville. trying to get the track championship as he and Clint, I'm going to bring you in on this because, I'm going to show my lack of mechanical knowledge here. They had a freeze plug that I believe he said rusted out and broke or something of that sort after the heat race. Can you shed any light on that? And we'll work on getting Clint back here in just a second. But so what they had happened was after the heat race was over, they had a problem with the engine. What they described as a freeze plug it broke, and so they had from what reports I was getting from the pit area was that they were had the rear end out of the car, or maybe they had taken it right out. But anyway, that would end up leading Stebbins to jump into Dennis Cummings' 74D. Of course, Dennis and Kurt, teammates of sorts, sponsor each other's rides as well. So that was very fortunate for Stebbins, because although Stebbins pretty much had the championship locked up going into Saturday night, he did need to take the green flag in order to clinch the championship. So that was the important part, is he did need to start the feature in order to clinch that. So congratulations to Stebbins, of course, on the track championship, his first at Woodhull. He did win a 2014 track championship at McKean County, but his first at Woodhull with the street stock. And of course, as we've mentioned so many times before, a former winner of the Empire 100 at Outlaw Speedway. So congratulations to those folks. When we come back here on Turn 5 Live, we're going to hear from the winners of the Doherty Auto Sales mini stocks. We'll also hear from the winners in the Woodhull Auto Supply front wheel drives. And what an exciting race for a driver who picked up her first career win at Woodhull Raceway on Saturday night. We'll hear from the Doherty Auto Sales Warrior feature winner and champion as well. Coming up as we're just about a half hour away from closing out tonight's show, our championship review edition of Turn 5 Live right here on the Performance Motorsports Network, the voice of motorsports.
We're growing like crazy and need account reps who know their way around agencies, the internet, and social media. Got connections? Or do you know how to get to the decision makers? Are you fearless? We need you. Internet radio, or as we call it, wireless mobile radio, is rapidly becoming the place to be with almost limitless income potential. So contact us to get involved with the fastest growing professionally produced group of internet radio stations in the world. Your imagination is the only limit here. Call 717-749-0444. That's 717-749-0444. Or you can email us at scorpionradiogroup@gmail.com. You want to ask for Sue.
Okay, so Sarah, I'm dropping you off at Emily's?
Yep.
And Josh, you're going to?
Soccer, Dad. Soccer practice.
Right. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know when I pick you both up, I'll be wearing my short shorts.
What?
No!
Yep, and my dorky dad hat, and I'm gonna do my dad dance for all your friends. They'll love it!
Seriously? Why?
Because I like my short shorts. Of course, I could be talked out of it if you guys would just buckle up your seatbelts without giving me a hard time.
It's important to get your kids to buckle up for safety, no matter what it takes. And sometimes, all it takes is your parental powers of persuasion.
Okay, we're buckling up.
See, all buckled.
Good choice. I'll just have to do my dad dance at dinner time. What?
No!
Do what you have to make sure your kids are wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
If you're a gearhead and you just can't get enough of your favorite motorsports on that channel on the cable, or you look at that Guy network and you just go, what does that have to do with me? we have the answer. Performance Motorsports Network, right here on the internet. The best cruising tunes, the best in motorsports programming, and the best shows. We have opinionated hosts, and we like it that way. If you want to get involved, if you want to bench race, be listening for information coming up soon right here on this channel, the Performance Motorsports Network, your source for motorsports.
Hi, race fans. This is Mel Thomas from Thomas Video, and you're listening to Turn 5 Live on PMN.
Welcome back, race fans, to Turn 5 Live here on the Performance Motorsports Network. Stephen and Brad Ovens, Clint Miller here on the program. And before we get back to some more results and winner views and champion interviews from Woodhull Raceway, well, we're going to address our question of the night here. And Clint, I'm going to let you start here. Matt Shepard, he's won 4 in a row, something like almost $30,000 in winnings over the last 4 or 5 days. So the question is with all of that in mind, has he taken a step forward and separated himself from Stuart Friesen, or do you still put them at the same level?
Honestly, I think that Matt has put himself not only ahead of Stuart Friesen, but he's taken a couple steps ahead of everybody else. He just knows what to do with a race car. He knows what the race car wants, and he can put it where it's got to be. And I think everything kind of got lost with Friesen when they went to the, Helmar. You know, that the whole Helmar, they got 6,000 cars, it seems like. And now he's focusing focusing on the Craftsman Truck Series, and I don't know how that plays into how good is Stewart compared to Shepard, because that's just opportunity. And we've talked to Shepard about it before, about if he ever wanted to go bigger, and he just doesn't choose to. And after this weekend, he doesn't have to. I mean, he made more this weekend than what most people make in a year. So I would say that Matt's definitely separated himself between him and Stewart, and took another notch ahead of everybody else.
All right, Brad, next with our question of the night, why don't you, and you got to see up close and personal last night at Weedsport. Do you think that Shepard has taken a step ahead of Friesen, or when it comes to, the best of the best in the big blocks, do you still put them at the same level?
I'm going to go with, let's look at the numbers, because numbers are never going to lie. And for a guy who's put up $28,000 in winnings in 5 days versus a guy who seems like they can't get anything to go right, I don't think there's any question. Shepard's in a whole nother league.
Okay, all right. Do you think that, although you feel he's taken a step ahead of Friesen at this point, I mean, we are coming into the time of year that, Friesen has been so good over the last couple of years of his career. Maybe all of these big shows, Super Dirt Week looming, maybe this is all falling at the right time for Friesen to get back on track.
It almost seems like you're right. Stuart Friesen is a big race cherry picker, whereas I feel like Matt Shepard is the long run, the long stretch, the guy who's done it from the start of the season all the way through the end of the season. He's the guy there in the top 3, top 5 consistently, whereas Stu could just come in and pick a race and walk away with it and, grab the apple off the tree and go home with a full belly.
So did I hear that right, Brad Ovens? Are you calling Friesen a cherry picker here on Turn 5 Live?
Yeah, you could sort of say that. I mean, I guess I did say it, so.
Awesome. Good stuff. I think that Matt certainly took a step ahead when you compare those two this weekend. And the one reason that I was going to use is, Friesen had a flat tire last night, and after he came back out, I guess I almost thought that, he would kind of put this big charge coming back through the field and maybe salvage a top 10 or a top 5 to help with points and such. And maybe the track, maybe something just wasn't clicking with them last night, but he definitely didn't come through and make that big charge. And so I definitely agree with you and Clint, Brad. I think Shepard has taken a step forward. It has really put some separation between him and the rest of the field. I mean, look at what they did. They built a brand new race car after trashing one at Canandaigua in one of the hardest crashes he's had in his career. And they come back later that week, not even a week later, and lock down more than $15,000. I think it was $17,500 or something like that at Mr. Dirt Track USA. And then to come back and win at Canandaigua to lock up a championship, Utica Rome to lock up a championship, and then the Labor Day 100 in a fierce battle with one of the dirt modified legends in the Doctor. I mean, that is really that he really put some separation between himself and the others. That's for sure. With that, let's get back into our results and championship interviews from Saturday night at the Woodhull Raceway. We'll go to the Doherty Auto Sales mini stocks. And after the heat races, Chris Woodard found himself with a 3-point deficit going into the feature event. So essentially, if neither he or Ron Daly Jr. won the race, they would have to then count the points and positions in between them. But Woodard, by going out and winning the feature race, locked up the championship. Daly Jr. finished in the second spot, but Woodard hits the walk-off grand slam to win his 6th feature of the year and the track championship for the mini stocks at Woodhull. John Hand Jr. was 3rd, Ray Heyer 4th, Carl Bourne the top 5. 6 through 10 was Rick Amadon, Jeffrey Doherty, Corky Grant, Chip Warner, and Scott Lehman. Let's hear now from Chris Woodard, who nailed down the championship with a win on Saturday night.
And Chris Woodard has done that, ready to climb out here. How about a nice round of applause for your track champion, Chris Woodard. Got it done here tonight. Congratulations, man. We just talked about it. The way the points shook out after the heat race, he was on your back bumper all night long. The only way to win the championship was to win the race. Congratulations.
Thanks, Steve. I knew going in tonight we had a lot of pressure on us, and he had a lot of pressure on him. But after we won the heat race against him, all the pressure was gone. I knew it from right there. We had him beat.
Well, man, it was a great race tonight, too. I mean, early on, you really pulled out in front and had a great lead out there. But then that caution with 3 to go. Talk me through what you were thinking at that point.
About 3/4 of the way through the race, we tried a different tire setup tonight, and a little different than we normally like to run, but I think the tires were starting to go a little way at the end. It kind of was nice to get that caution and get them cooled back off, but I wasn't sure where he was at. I really didn't care because I knew we had the car to beat.
On that restart with 3 to go, did you know that he was in second, or did you not know who was back there?
I knew it was either Ronnie or Ray, because their cars both sound identical.
And talk about that restart. Most important restart of the whole season.
One would say I'm not that greatest at restarts, especially on the hammer, but I think we finally got her figured out.
Talk to us about, you got a great crew here. You've got Adam, a veteran racer himself, helping you wrench on this car.
Oh, definitely. If it wasn't for him, I don't think we'd be here right now. Him and Jimmy and Tyler, Sarah, Ashley, Mike, and everybody else, that if I forget anybody, sorry, but everybody that's put their time into the car every week, every Saturday night to get us here.
Out of the wins you've had in your career, where does this one stack up?
I know it's pretty close compared to the 35 lapper. We'd still have to think about it.
All right, man, congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Folks, Chris Woodard, tonight's winner and track champion for the mini stocks.
So Chris Woodard picks up the track championship for the mini stock division there on Saturday night. Does it with a victory, and again, his 6th win of the 2016 season. So congratulations to him and Adam Austin and that entire team. They have put in a lot of effort to win that championship. So congratulations to them. Let's move right along here to the front-wheel drive division, sponsored by Woodhull Auto Supply. They had 13 cars on Saturday night. Sean Gleason went into the event just 1 point ahead of Cody Baker after the heat races. Gleason won his heat race. Baker finished second. So it was a 1 point gap, and Gleason went out with a bang. Won his fourth feature of the year on Saturday night. He would get the win over Dave Richmond, and that was a good battle there. Dave Richmond in the 93D put on a great race. Nate Freeland was third. Baker finishes fourth on Saturday, was trying to use the outside, and the outside lane was pretty well burned off from the mods and the sportsmen and the 360 late models. So Baker had to settle for the fourth spot, second place in the championship. Matt Prescott was the top 5. 6 or 10, Ron Hill, Nick Brown, Carl LeBaron, Chris Shelley, and James Howard. Let's hear now from your winner and track champion in the Woodhull Auto Supply front-wheel drives, Sean Gleason.
Well, what a way to finish it off here tonight. Sean Gleason wins the championship with a feature win. Give it up for him. Tonight's feature winner and front-wheel drive track champion. Up on the roof he goes. Wow, man. What a performance. You had only a 1 point lead going into the feature. You just had to finish in front of Baker. That's all you had to do tonight. And you said, the hell with that. I'm going to go win the race.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was fun. I got to give it up to all the guys that helped out a lot. We had this car up at Chris's shop till 1:30 in the morning trying to figure it out. Finally, we got it.
I was just going to ask that question. I talked to you this afternoon, and you said the struggles you've had recently trying to get this car sorted out, and boy, did it look good on the bottom tonight, just like it has all season long.
Absolutely. Like I said, 2 months I've been struggling, and it's stressful. Also, I got to give a huge shout-out to Nate and Prescott. They helped me out a tremendous amount and where to look and what to go to, and that helped out a lot.
You put all of that effort together. You look back on this season, this has got to be one of the best seasons you've had behind the wheel.
Absolutely.
And talk to us about, think about back from the beginning of the year all the way to now. Is tonight really the pinnacle of the year, is going out in style like this?
Absolutely. There's no better way to do it.
Man, tell us about the folks that help you out here. You got a bunch of great sponsors here that are all part of the effort too.
Yeah, I don't want to forget any. Williams Construction and Spray Foam, Doherty's Auto Sales and Service, Comfort Zone Heating and Air Conditioning, Greg's Auto Body, Mike Seeger's Fabrication, Pro Signs, A Plus Superior. I think that sums her up.
Man, congratulations. What a win tonight. What a way to win the championship in style, and we'll see you in a few months at the banquet.
Thank you very much.
All right, folks, Sean Gleason, your feature winner and track champion for the Woodhull Auto Supply front-wheel drives.
Well, a big congratulations there to Sean Gleason picking up the front-wheel drive track championship. Quite a feat for them, and boy, he really had to sweat bullets there on the last night. They finally got that car back fixed up and running like they knew it could, and he got the win in the championship on Saturday. Hey, we're going to step aside here. When we come back, we'll take the white flag, and we'll hear from the Warrior winner on Saturday night who picked up her first career win on the dirt. We'll hear from that winner next on Turn 5 Live on the Performance Motorsports Network, the voice of motorsports.
For 17 years, Stock Car Steel has been a leading materials supplier to the racing industry. Now they're also an official motorsports content partner of Race Chaser Online. The biggest names in NASCAR trust Stock Car Steel for all their raw materials, such as carbon steel, chrome moly, DOM, aluminum, plastics, and much, much more. You can't build a race car without the basic materials, and Stock Car Steel is the place to get them. Don't forget to also visit Stock Car Steel's sister company, SRI Supplies, for racing and industry. SRI is is your #1 source for all your shop supply needs. Nuts, bolts, rivets, tapes, adhesives, cutting tools, chemicals, body shop supplies, paint shop supplies, lubricants, and more. A well-stocked race shop is a winning race shop, and the road to winning begins with 3 letters, SRI. For more information, visit stockcarsteel.com and SRI-supplies.com. You can also find them on Facebook at Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, or call either company toll-free at 1-888-752-7272.
Creekside Entertainment is the official DJ, photo booth, and uplighting company of Turn 5 Live and the Performance Motorsports Network. Stuart Ovens and his staff at Creekside Entertainment are professional and experienced with events of any type. Creekside Entertainment specializes in wedding packages that are affordable and fun, and they are ready to serve you with the most up-to-date music and karaoke selection. If you can sing it in the shower, you can come out and sing it with Creekside Entertainment. And don't forget about the Creekside Entertainment photo booth and uplighting service that will transform your wedding or party into an event the family will be talking about for years. Trust the entertainment company that racers trust. Call Stu at area code 315-481-9700 or visit them online at creeksideentertainmentdj.com. You can also find them on Facebook and Twitter. Creekside Entertainment, division sponsor of the Black Rock Bandits in 2015.
We're growing like crazy and need account reps who know their way around agencies, the internet, and social media. Got connections? Or do you know how to get to the decision makers? Are you fearless? We need you. Internet radio, or as we call it, wireless mobile radio, is rapidly becoming the place to be with almost limitless income potential. So contact us to get involved with the fastest growing professionally produced group of internet radio stations in the world. Your imagination is the only limit here. Call 717-749-0444. That's 717-749-0444. Or you can email us at scorpionradiogroup@gmail.com. You want to ask for Sue.
Hi, race fans. This is Matt Shepard, and you're listening to Turn 5 Live on PMN.
Oh, there he is, the $28,500 man here over the last 5 days. Matt Shepard bringing us back from commercial break here on Turn 5 Live, right here on the Performance Motorsports Network. Want to thank all the great folks from PMN. They've got the Race City USA studios all set up, and Brad joining us behind the glass and pushing all the buttons for us and making everything flow just like it does here for us on Turn 5 Live. So we welcome Brad aboard behind the glass, working in the PMN Race City USA studios tonight. And Brad Ovens and Steven Ovens ready to close out the show for you tonight as we take the white flag. We've been talking about it for the last couple of segments here. Kaylee Piotrowski picked up her first career Warrior win at the Woodhull Raceway on Saturday night and did it in thrilling fashion. A last lap pass for the win, and it was exciting. That is for sure. She got her first win at Woodhull. Trevor Hamilton finished in the second spot. A.J. Piotrowski Jr. finished third, and he picks up the track championship. Fourth was Rick Amadon. Should be Brody Amadon. My apologies. Brody Amadon and Cole Yaus rounded out the field. Let's go to Victory Lane. We first hear from Kaylee Piotrowski, who was the winner. Then we'll hear from AJ Jr., who locked up the championship.
Hard-fought victory here tonight. First career Warriors win. Got a whole lot of smiles down here for the driver of the 72X. Come on over here and talk to us about it. You looked as shocked as we are.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of just went for it. I wasn't expecting that to happen.
Well, you know what? What a night to go for it. Championship night. You've been coming here racing with AJ Jr. all season long. And how about it? What a race between you and Brody Amadon there at the end.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really happy. I don't know what to say right now.
She's pretty excited here in Victory Lane. Talk to us about this season. As your first year driving the four-cylinder car here, I know that you and both AJ learned a lot this season. What's been your favorite part about racing here at Woodhull?
My favorite part is probably racing with my brother and being able to go through everything with him. We had a lot of problems at the beginning of the year with my first car, so I'm glad I finally got a win at the end of the year.
Now, do we settle a score tonight? Now both of you got to win tonight.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the folks you got to thank here. I know you got a real happy crew with you tonight.
I got to thank my mom and dad, my grandpa, my brother, Tristan, Greg with Pro Signs, and everyone that comes and supports me every week.
They always say you're going to remember your first win. You're going to remember this one for a long time, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Folks, give it up for Kaylee, tonight's Warrior feature winner. And while she's doing some photos, let's go over here and talk to AJ Jr., who is officially the track champion. Pretty much locked it up last week, but now it's official. Congratulations.
Thanks. This is awesome.
Now, you had a front row seat for everything that was happening in front of you here with your sister. She gets her first win tonight. That's a pretty good night for the crew. She gets a win, you get the championship.
Yeah, that's a good night, I'll say.
Talk to us about the folks that you got to thank here for getting your race team here each week.
Pretty much everything Kaylee said. Dad, Grandpa, Kaylee, Mom, Greg with Pro Signs, and the rest of the sponsors.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks.
Folks, give it up for your 2016 track champion, AJ Petrobowski Jr. We'll get some photos in down here, and then we'll talk to your driver of the week.
Well, there you have it. Kaylee picks up her first career Woodhull win, and like I said, did it in thrilling fashion. Was a really great race there at the end. And what a night for the family. Kaylee picks up the win. AJ locks up his first track championship. They all got to celebrate in Victory Lane together, so that was pretty cool. That was a real special moment for their family. So congratulations to all of them. Let's see. Coming up this Saturday, Brad, we've got the Lyle Sherwood Memorial. Big block, small block modified, $1,700 to win on Saturday night at Woodhull. Racing starts at 5:30 p.m. So mark that down on your calendars. Gates open at 3:30, racing at 5:30 on Saturday at Woodhull. $1,700 to win for the big block, small block modifieds. The Crate Sportsman will be on hand as well. The 360 late models will be racing, as well as open street stocks. And they'll be posting the open street stock rules here in the next day on the Woodhull website. So be on the lookout for that. The mini stocks will be there, as well as the front wheel drives. And again, that's all Saturday night at the Woodhull Raceway, all sponsored by Griffith Energy. The Lyle Sherwood Memorial, one of the marquee events, and certainly one of the most prestigious events of the season at the Woodhull Raceway, of course, in memory of Lyle Sherwood, the driver that they used to call the Wild Child, that famous number 17. One of the VIP rooms is a memorial for Lyle Sherwood. If you ever get to the Woodhull Raceway and you've never seen the tributes they have to Lyle Sherwood in the furthest VIP room to the left, you should stop in and ask if you could check that out, because they have got some old race suits in there. They've got old photos, as well as a big carving of a modified that was dedicated in memory of Lyle, that was lost at the Woodhull Raceway many years ago. Matter of fact, it's been long enough now, Brad, that we were still you just finishing up in go-karts and me racing in the Bandit cars when that all happened, when they lost Lyle off the backstretch there at Woodhull. So a big night coming up on the high banks. Of course, Outlaw Speedway will now go quiet until September 23rd and 24th for the Outlaw Fall National. Is going to be a big show that weekend. 2-day show there, several divisions running both nights with several specials. So stay tuned to outlawspeedwayllc.com, as well as facebook.com/Outlaw Speedway LLC for all of the up-to-date information on that. WoodhullRaceway.com for all the updates there, as well as Facebook.com/Woodhull Raceway. Want to thank everybody for listening in tonight. Of course, I want to thank Clint Miller for joining us on the program, Brad for joining us on the program, our other Brad working behind the glass down at the PMN Race City USA studios. And all of you for listening in tonight. Again, we're Turn 5 Live here every Tuesday night right on the Performance Motorsports Network, performancemotorsportsnetwork.com, or you can download the app in both the App Store and the Google Play Store. And you can pull the app up and listen to us each and every Tuesday night. On behalf of everybody here at PMN and Turn 5 Live, thank you for tuning in tonight. And if you're headed to the races this weekend, or if you're headed to a special race coming up this fall, take a kid to the races with you. They are the future of our sport. On behalf of everybody here at PMN, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you at the races. We'll see you next Tuesday night right here on Turn 5 Live.
Turn 5 Live is a copyrighted production of the Performance Motorsports Network. PerformanceMotorsportsNetwork.com is a member of the Scorpion Radio Group Incorporated and may not be rebroadcast, replicated, or saved in any media without the explicit written permission of PMN. The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host, co-host, and guest, and do not necessarily reflect those of the management and ownership of either the Performance Motorsports Network or Scorpion Radio Group Incorporated, the advertisers, or marketing partners. Thank you for listening to Turn 5 Live. You can listen to Turn 5 Live every Tuesday night right here on the Performance Motorsports Network. Stay tuned for more great PMN programming.